Christi alum and recent Dayton alum, Colleen McDonnell. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It seems like just yesterday you were on the show and we were talking about you being in the state championship game, and
yes.
now here you are 4 years later. Talk about this book.
Yeah, so I recently published it about maybe in April, but I was really excited. I mean, I started writing it 4 years ago, and every break that I had from school or little hours I had off, I would start writing it. But I wanted to write it about kind of what it took to win the state championship, or like how it was treated, really kind of the foundation of Lumen Christi in this book. So
yeah, one thing I think I learned right away from skimming through which is cool, you see a lot of people's names right away in the book. Mary Pat Brogan's one of the first names you see. And I think you wanted to play football at Lumen Christi when you were in grade school. Is that true?
Yes. I mean, I always did want to play. And the cheerleader part just wasn't, I knew it wasn't for me. I don't know. I just loved, I knew I loved soccer so much when I was younger.
How stressful was this? Because I remember watching you thinking how stressful it must be for you and your family. Not at all?
I mean, soccer was something I did all the time.
Yeah.
I kicked all the time. I wasn't nervous because this is what I did. And I never had, those boys trusted me so much that I never had to really stress about things. So, soccer was what I did. It was pretty.
Well, Colleen and Andy both have something in common.
Yeah.
They both were coached by the legendary Herb Brogan.
That's right.
He's amazing.
Very traditional football coach, and I know when he first poached kickers from the soccer team, that was a big step out of Herb's comfort zone. To get a girl on the team, how did that come about?
Well, I think I did that on my own, honestly. I wanted to win the state championship there, for sure. I thought soccer, I'm going to win this, cross country, I'm going to win this. But really, once I was getting to senior year, I always knew I wanted to play football in the back of my mind, but I wanted a state championship. So that's how I came about. There was a summer, and I said, I drove past after cross country, and I said, this is my last chance. I should do it because I know those are the kind of boys that will win a state championship, and that's the team I like being on. I know before what the kind of people are going to do this, and I knew they were going to, so I wanted to help them. But
Were you accepted by not just your teammates, but the opponents you faced?
I was definitely accepted on my own team. They were amazing. Like, we had so much fun. I think they heard more from the opponents than I did, right up against each other.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear much, really. It really wasn't anything.
What do you hope people who read your book will take out of it when they're finished?
Well, I hope they learn what a champion is made of. It's so easy to say, like, oh, I'm going to go out and work hard consistently, but it's so much more to, like, pull potential out of your teammates. And it's lessons like that I think need to be taught. And to me, like, being like captain of teams, it's always how am I going to make this team better? Yes, but how am I going to make my teammates better? So that's kind of what held me and pulled me through rowing in college, and then what I taught through Lumen. So
Football and soccer not your only sports.
Yeah, rowing, that's a big time sport.
Oh yeah, very tough.
Very tough, very tough. What's practice? What are the practices like?
Oh my gosh.
Do they have a facility down there where you don't have to actually get into a body of water? Do they have like a training?
Well, so okay, so in the fall, in the spring, we're outside.
Okay.
That's 5 a.m. We're out on the river.
Ugh.
It's cold. It doesn't smell very good.
Ohio? Yeah.
It's on the Miami, but it's cold. The water splashes up. It's a hard sport. But in the wintertime, you're inside on the ergs. That's like the concept twos for the CrossFitters out there. But it's hard.
Yeah.
But
it looks hard.
It's so great because it was the ultimate team sport. You're all in the same boat, doing absolutely everything you can, and It was hard, but it was really fun.
How do you get the job where you're just sitting and yelling at people to row?
The coxswain?
The coxswain.
I need that job.
Oh, they're amazing. I love the coxswains. They just demand the most out of us, but they're brilliant, yeah.
But they just sit there and scream?
I mean, they steer the boat too.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And they have really good relationships with us. They
You have to, your team, you guys all have to, you have a great relationship with each other and be in sync,
yes,
on the same page.
Yes, you have to be all on the same page for sure.
What happens if someone gets out of sync? Is it just a disaster?
Yeah, it's not great. You're slower for sure. But I mean, even mentally, if you're not on the same page as each other, if you have different goals than each other, you're not going to get the most out of them. And that's what the coxswain knows. And that's what coxswain knows, like, oh, this person I know kind of isn't putting her blade in at this certain way, and she'll teach them that, and she'll constantly get the most out of us. So pulling potential, coxswains, but yeah.
So you're at the University of Dayton. That's where you're rowing, and you're studying. What are you?
Yeah, I just graduated from Dayton.
All done.
Getting ready to become a vet.
Going to vet school.
Which is awesome. So where are you going? Where's the next step for you?
University of Illinois. So I'm going to vet school there.
Great.
Yeah.
Are you going to row?
No, they don't have a rowing team, unfortunately.
No, really?
But yes, but I would only get one more year anyway. So.
Where can people find a copy of this book?
So right now it's on lulu.com.
Okay.
And also it will be sold at Lumen Christi as well, and then we'll hopefully do some kind of fundraiser for that too.
Yeah, do a book signing or something. We need another copy.
Yeah,
yes.
Sure.
Yeah,
I wanted to keep that copy, but
the original copy.
that's the original.
And I think
that's going to be worth a lot of money someday.
It will be. I think a lot of people in Jackson know the Lumen Christi winning tradition with their football team. So for someone that's, sees Lumen Christi win year after year after year, what is it about the Lumen Christi Titans that make them the champions that stand out?
Yeah. Well, they teach the kind of people that win championships. That's what I think makes them most successful. They have a program that the coaches work so hard to keep up, but all the athletes do too. I mean, it's from kindergarten at Queens, at St. John's, St. Mary's, that you start learning this foundation that makes you a champion. But I mean, it comes from the kids too. It's not just the coaches. The coaches are great, but it comes from us too. It's two ways. So, I mean, at Lumen Christi, you're taught the foundation of what makes them champions.
Colleen, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
It's great,
Thank you for having me.
Great seeing you again, and great hearing about all the success you're having.
Yes, thank you.
Colleen McDonnell, author and Lumen Christi alum. More of the morning show after this.